Howdy folks, hope you're all having a good one, and welcome back to World of Warships with Rear Admiral Jingles, and welcome back to another bugged loading screen where only one team is visible. Be nice to see what the enemy team has though. I mean, you know, presumably 4 destroyers, 5 battleships and 3 cruisers. Just like Head of Wargaming Balancing's team. Yes, it is he, the artist, formerly known as Flambas. He keeps changing his name every couple of months and they just get funnier and funnier as each month goes by. I don't get it, Jingles. What's so funny? Well, just the idea that Wargaming actually have a balancing department. Or if they do, that there's somebody taking charge of it. I mean, let's not forget, this is the company that just introduced a Chinese heavy tank into World of Tanks at Tier 8 that has a 160mm gun. That outguns a light cruiser. It's also got heavier armour than a light cruiser, and this is possibly the best part, it has a rocket boost on a fucking tank. Oh yeah. So yeah, the idea that Wargaming have a balancing department, or that there's anybody in charge of it if they do, is quite frankly hilarious. Hence the name. Yeah, I see what he did there. Speaking of balancing, you could argue that the ship he's sailing, the German Tier 10 battle cruiser, the Schlieffen, is just a little bit OP. I mean, let's not beat around the bush here. It is a very good ship. It's got great firepower, hilarious secondaries, it's got torpedoes, it's fast, but it's kind of fragile. It's basically got Tier 7 battleship armour on a Tier 10 battleship, battle cruise. Wargaming really need to make their mind up. They keep putting these super cruisers in the game. Some of them are cruisers, some of them are battleships. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, the Schlieffen. It's really good. Another feature of the Schlieffen that tends to get overlooked is that rear turret. Yeah, what did that island ever do to you, Flambas? That rear turret can rotate 360 degrees. I don't see what the big deal is there, Jingles. Well, the rear turret right now is pointing about 30 degrees off the starboard side. Okay, right now it's more like 45 degrees. But what that means is that if he suddenly has to start engaging a target 45 degrees off the port side, that turret only has to turn 90 degrees, just like the 2 forward turrets. The turret in front has to turn 270 degrees. So it means he's always very quickly able to bring the majority of his firepower to bear on. Ooh, that's a lot of torpedoes. It's fine. Full speed ahead. This is a fast ship. Nearly 33 knots. In fact, he's just exceeded 33 knots. No problem. Totally safe. Well, I don't know about safe. He's charging straight into the teeth of the enemy team here. Although he is doing it in a tactical way. I mean, yeah, he's charging straight into the enemy team, but he's doing it in such a way that only one enemy ship can actually shoot at him at once, and, well, he doesn't have that much to worry about from the Salem. What the hell is... What is the Salem doing? Why would you do that? What the... Is he just... Does he just not like playing the Salem and he wants to get into the next battle as quickly as possible? Because if so, that is a genius plan. He is the first casualty. Oh, hang on. That's another lot of torpedoes. What is that? 2 sets of 4? Well, that doesn't make sense. The enemy team have 4 destroyers. They've got 2 Shimokazes, a Daring and an Elbing, and they all have quintuple launchers. Ah, that must be the Minotaur. Yeah. 2 quad launchers on each side. And even though only 2 of them hit, he took a colossal spanking there. Those torpedoes will do nearly 17,000 damage each. Minus your ship's torpedo damage reduction, of which the Schlieffen does not have a lot. So there's a Minotaur around here somewhere, and there's another Schlieffen, and what the hell are you doing? Did you just see the Salem and think, I can do better than that, hold my beer? Why would you do that? It's really not that important that you get your torpedoes away, enemy Schlieffen. Oh, speaking of torpedoes. Oh, that's a lot of that's all the torpedoes. That's a Shimakaze. 3 sets of 5. Notice he gets his own torpedoes away here as he puts the pedal to the metal and outruns by a very narrow margin all of those Shimakaze torpedoes. Like the Minotaur, the Schlieffen has 2 sets of quad launchers on each side. Note that they weren't actually aimed at anything in particular, they were just kind of fired in the general direction of where the Shimakaze would have been roughly at the time that it launched its own torpedo. Note the time when he did it. We'll come back to those torpedoes in a moment, as he shows no signs whatsoever of slowing down and charging straight into the cap circle, actively hunting the destroyers. And I think it would be a little generous to say he avoided those torpedoes. I don't think he even saw they were coming. Oh, whatever, I'm feeling generous. Yeah, he avoided those torpedoes while nuking down that daring with his secondaries for his second kill of the game. Secondary's now focused on the Grosser Kurfürst, who is unloading, well, pretty much everything at him, main and secondary gun batteries, while he looks for his sneaky third kill. There it is, on the Mecklenburg. Oh, actually, he's only just focused on his secondaries on the Grosser Kurfürst now. That barrage of fire was purely incidental. His secondaries were actually focused on the Mecklenburg. Now, observe the torpedoes over there. The ones that he launched at, well, nothing in particular. Yeah, they've just found a Shimakaze. Or rather, the Shimakaze found them with his face. But not before the Shimmer managed to get its own torpedoes away. Yep, here they come. Again, that's one launcher. Remember, it's got 3. And there's the other. Ooh, this could be tricky. Could be even trickier if you manage to get a third set away. Although he should be able to thread the needle between these 2 launchers. It's going to be tight. No, it's good. It's good. He's going to manage to avoid all of those. Not quite sure what those friendly torpedoes passing in front of his bow were aimed at, but whatever it was, that island's definitely going to be sorry for whatever it did. This Grosser Kurfürst doesn't know whether he's coming or going. He's just sailing around in circles. Which way are the guns pointing? Ooh, 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 this could be nasty. Shots out. Oh, not enough to finish him. Go-go gadget secondaries. Somebody else kill him before he gets those front turrets firing. Because this could be bad. Oh, no, there it is. That's the Kraken Unleashed. Got him after all. Right. So, what's left? 4 enemy ships. There's a cap circle right here. Well, it would be rude not to take the cap. You're here, it's there, you may as well, while there's, nothing immediately dangerous threatening you. And yes, he does of course have the manual secondary skill, because you're in a Schlieffen, why the hell wouldn't you? And it's generally always a good idea to take a cap circle if you're in a position to do it. However, if you've gotten spotted anyway, and you're about to get shot at and have that cap reset, it's situational. I mean, yes, try to take cap if you can, but if you're going to get hit, and he is going to get hit, here it comes, stand by, cap, oh, actually he didn't get hit. Okay, fair enough. But while the Grosser Kurfürst's main gun batteries miss, the secondaries won't, and there is a Ragnar behind him, who is far more safely going to be able to take this cap circle. So, pedal to the metal, full speed ahead, torpedoes launched in the general direction of something that may or may not be there. There's the Confederate award. And I have to say, while it was lucky that there was a Ragnar behind him who is in a position to take that cap circle, you have to ask yourself, what the hell was the Ragnar doing all the way over there in the first place? Because it wouldn't be the first time in recent memory we've seen Ragnars on the team just kind of sailing around aimlessly, not doing anything particularly useful. This one does look like he is actually going to flip that cap, which is good, because the enemy team have won, and they're flipping the cap down at Delta. Not sure what to do in it. It could be the Minotaur. He's in that rough location, although the enemy team do also have 2 as yet unaccounted for destroyers. Oh, hello. There are 3 very, very suspicious looking smoke screens. I wonder what they might be. Oh, yes. Yeah, that's one of the destroyers. That's not the Minotaur. That's 2 sets of 5. So it could be the Elbing. It could be the Shimakaze. Definitely not the Daring, and it's definitely not the other Shimakaze. We've already sunk those. How are these torpedoes looking? Not great. Right. He is undetected. I mean, they know he's coming because he was spotted this way, but his hydro is about to come off cooldown, and he is very, very close to that smoke screen. So whatever's in there, which has just spotted him, there's the hydro, it's the Shimakaze. The Shimakaze is about to have a very, very bad day. Secondaries on the starboard side, focused on the Shimakaze. Secondaries on the port side, with nothing better to do, decide to start hammering down the grosser curve first. Look at the Shimakaze's health bar. Watch this. Right, he's aiming at the grosser curve first. This is all the secondaries. Look at the hits racking up. Where did the Shimakaze go? And there's the double strike on the grosser curve first. It turns out it was the Minotaur flipping the cap circle down at Delta. Congratulations, Minotaur. You managed to do it. The Ragnar did do something useful. He flipped the cap up there at Alpha. But the Minotaur's chances of turning this into an episode of A Game of Throws are not good. Even though the team's Yoshino, I don't know if you can see him on the mini-map. He's so far south, he's practically on the next map. Yeah, the team's Yoshino is doing his level best to try to turn this into an episode of Game of Throws, but even with his efforts, I think... I don't think there's much chance the Minotaur's going to win this one. There's probably not much chance he's going to survive either. There's just not enough time left. Oh, there we go, he's dead too. 7 kills, Kraken Unleashed, double strike, Confederate. I mean, yeah. There should be a law against what those secondaries did to that poor defenseless Shimakaze at the end there. That was just brutal to watch. And he didn't even buy him dinner first. I mean, seriously. And you've got the nerve to call yourself a gentleman. You, sir, are nothing but a scoundrel. A scoundrel, I say. Couple of surprising things about this battle. I mean, it's not surprising that head of Wargaming Balancing came top of the team with nearly 2,000 base experience, but I owe an apology to the Ragnar. I mean, I wasn't watching what he was doing, but he was clearly doing something useful and not just flipping cap circles, because he finished second with more than 1,500 base XP. But what's really surprising is that Yoshino was not the worst player on the team. I don't know what he did, even though he did basically nothing in the second half of the battle, but it was good enough to put him in third worst place. So, yeah. Head of Wargaming Balancing, the artist formerly known as Flambas, having an absolute blast in the German Tier 10 battleship / cruiser, whatever the hell it is this week, the Schlieffen. Hope you enjoyed it, and as always, take care, and I'll catch you next time.